Coming up next here, a chance for the Renegades to move into the finals. They send out Goenaga and Flores to take on Jeden and Ikeda. Two matchups in the regular season, both went to Goenaga and Flores. First one back on September 10th was a straight set victory. The one just this past week, Stu, went to a third set though. Goenaga and Flores won the first set 6-1. Jeden and Ikeda came back and won set 2, 6-4, but then Goenaga and Flores closed it out 6-5 in the third set. See what happens here. Renegades a chance to win it. Fireballs with a chance to tie things up. We begin that match with an over serve. Second serve coming up for Jeden. Second serve is good. Flores opens up, backhand to the inside. Ikeda back it up, makes a good scoop. Back to the inside, Ikeda, another good catch. Backhand lobbed up, back to Goenaga. Forehand to the outside, it lands in and it scores. Goenaga and Flores jump out ahead, 1-0.
That's the thing with Goenaga. He has shots on both sides. We see most of them on the left. When they come very quickly. Jeden was in range, just didn't know that it was coming.
Play serve, that's an ace. Crossing in the service box deep into the corner. That's 2 points for the Renegades.
Ikeda's catching in the backcourt has been absolutely solid, but that serve was still in the air all the way back at the 13 line. It was still in the air.
Up too.
Just, yeah, right about Ikeda's knees, though. Tough place to make the catch.
The serve stays low and scores again. That's 3 in a row.
So if you're advising someone, you're advising Ikeda, maybe you want to move a little further up.
Yeah, I mean, he's
start to run when you see him serve. I mean, that's an option too. Ikeda's comfortable catching on the run. See him move up a little bit.
That serve crosses. Ikeda handles on the left side. Goenaga takes it in at the 9 line. Catch by Ikeda off the sidewall. Backhand opens up to the middle of the court. Goenaga whips it inside. Ikeda makes the scoop. Outside placement, lands in. Look at Goenaga, gets out to it. The forehand's in play. Jeden attacks, running with the drop shot. That will score. First point for the Fireballs. A 3-1 lead for the Renegades.
Yeah, when Jeden gets control of this ball up there around the 3 line, it is something different. Beautiful save here by Goenaga. That right hand maybe touched before he threw, maybe touched after.
That's a good one, though.
But that drop shot, dead by the 3 line. Well done.
Flores handles the serve, backhand to the inside, caught by Ikeda. Both to the left side, coming up the middle. That's tipped by Jeden. Make it 4-1. Renegades lead.
Yeah, you gotta avoid the unforced error of throwing into the pad, out of bounds, or those tips. Don't know if Jeden was thinking about what he was going to throw, because usually he's been making those catches pretty consistently.
Ikeda floats it up to the inside. Goenaga, left sider bote. Hook to the outside. Ikeda runs under it. Ikeda low and hard. Goenaga picks it off. Low bullet. Ikeda stands in, makes the catch, floats this one out of reach. Flores reaches in. Jeden now up at the 8 line. Low runner inside, cut off by Goenaga. There's the 2-wall. It opens. Jeden had it for a moment, but could not control it. 5 points and a possible set point for Goenaga and Flores.
The outer screen was coming up on Jeden way too fast. Good positioning here. Goenaga snaps a very nice 2-wall. Jeden follows it well, but it opens. That's what we talk about, where it opens, where it hits the floor and just goes further out. And Jeden tried to go with it, found himself tied up in the screen. Tough play.
Fault under serve, just short of the 4 line. Second serve coming up. Oh, that is a double fault, an overserve. That gets Jeden Ikeda his second point.
Well, Ben out there giving some solid advice to his teammates. Can't be repeated right now, but I call it motivational.
Oh, Goenaga picks it, whips it outside, and it
the judge got drilled
for the set. Ref's okay. Renegades win it 6-2. 2 minutes, we'll come back and play our second set. And the hand goes up, and the ref seems to be all right. Wow, that one came in fast and right in, it looked like the lower back. Can't feel too good. Renegades probably feeling pretty good after that first set, though. 6-2, and one step closer to securing their spot in the finals. They'll just need one of these next 2 sets. Here's the outside placement. Right at the glute.
In the glute.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, if you're going to get hit.
It's okay. That's, frankly,
you
a lot better than where I thought he got hit.
Yeah, I thought it was the lower back or the leg. I mean, so folks understand that ball thrown a 2-all just like that hit Inaki in the wrist 2 years ago and broke the ulna.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
he was out for a while.
And that wasn't with the ball coming out of the cesta. That was with the ball off of 2 walls. Monty's a good sport, our center court judge. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking particular breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. See Ikeda out on the court.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah, tying into his cesta. Can't imagine that he's happy with those aces that caught him low.
But the Renegades, though, I mean, coming out, playing some good strategy. I mean, the times where they've been close to losing or have lost, they've been in this mode where we're just going to try to outcatch our opponents. And, you know, in a matchup with Jeden Ikeda just this past Monday, they got taken all the way down to the final point of a third set. They've been at their best when Goenaga's been aggressive. He's been throwing shots, I mean, for both sides. How did he start off the match? Outside placement from the forehand. He threw a Costado 2-wall, a couple different shots there, and you just got to move it around. That's the advantage that the Renegades have as Goenaga. He's a great shot maker. He does it very effectively in this division. He's doing it well today, and the team needs it most.
It sounds like we're talking about 2 different things, but, you know, the catching and the throwing, they're separate processes that happen about half a second to a quarter second away from each other. Have to do them both correctly.
Set 2, ready to begin. There's a serve by Jeden. Our second set has begun. Outside serve. Here's Flores. Flores fires it to the inside. Ikeda makes the catch in the air. Low and hard. Scooped up by Goenaga. And outside placement. That's outside the court. First point at set 2 goes to Goenaga and Flores.
Yeah, Jeden often doing a good job of throwing the ball where your opponent's not. That's what he was attempting to do there. You got to keep it inside that boundary line.
And just out of the way of that serve, Ikeda high from the right side, cut off by Goenaga. Inside placement, Ikeda makes the scoop. Picked off by Goenaga on the inside. There's the backhand, caught by Ikeda. Ikeda from the 11, floats it up. Goenaga lets it pass and plays Herbote on the back end. Jeden out of the way, Ikeda comes over the top, fires it to the inside, it scores.
Tipped.
Ball tipped by Goenaga. And it's a point for the Fireballs.
One thing that Ikeda has, and has been quite evident in the second half of 2024, court positioning, the way he moves to the ball. Again, once the point's being played in the volleys, those serves were a bit tricky for him, but his court position is just spot on.
Flores takes in that serve, low runner to the inside. Ikeda gets to it. Ikeda sidearm Karam. Ooh, that's just out.
A little too much sidewall.
Second point for Goenaga and Flores.
So the more 3/4, the more over the top you throw that, the more bounce you're going to get out of it.
Right. Flores from the 11 line, drops it in the middle of the court. Here's Jeden, winds it up, powerful throw, caught off the side wall. A catch by Goenaga. Ikeda stands in from the 12 line. The backhand clears the overhead screen. Goenaga saves the rebote. Catch on the inside by Ikeda over the top. Goenaga makes a good catch again. Tries the pass. Ikeda back in position, rips it off the side wall. Goenaga, outside placement. Jeden switches to the left. Dropped it as he went to make the throw. 3-1, Renegades lead.
Again, that catch well within the ability of Jeden to make. Don't know if he was thinking about a throw. Looked like he was rolling into a costado position while he was making the catch before he settled the ball in his cesta.
Ikeda gets in there on the right side, floats it between the Renegades. Goenaga, 2-wall on the return, picked up on the bounce. Jeden whips it inside. There's a scoop by Goenaga into the drop shot. Jeden looking to get there. Ikeda charges in from the backcourt. Catch by Flores. Flores puts it right back on the inside. Ikeda standing there, backhand 2-wall.
Well done.
Opens and scores. Second point for the Fireballs.
Yeah, Ikeda took over that point. You could see very quietly in terms of telling Jeden where to be. He had that mapped out really well. That backhand 2-wall, very effective in that particular circumstance. Very well done.
Alt under serve. Second one coming up for Jeden.
Again, if I'm serving, I'm trying to keep the ball away from Goenaga's costado, that left side. I mean, that is an absolute weapon.
Serve gets by Goenaga. Flores handles from the 9 line. Drops it into the corner. Tough rebote. Saved by Ikeda. Right to Goenaga. Splitter. Opens and scores. That's 4 points for Goenaga and Flores.
It's not always the 2-wall thrown sharply. It's not always the filo to the outside. Split placement we see thrown very effectively. And there are a couple guys that cover, like I'm just thinking about Arats. You know, Arats covers it beautifully. That one's scoring perfectly.
Yeah, there's a lot of space between that ball and the closest fireball. Ikeda again gets in there on the right side, trying to pass. Goenaga takes it in off the side wall. Little bullet, caught by Ikeda. Ikeda comes over the top. Goenaga looking forward, he takes it in. Drop shot, got the first bounce, not the second. Look at Ikeda. He fires it back inside. Flores, what a scoop. Jeden looking to get back in there. He does, makes a good catch. Drops it above the pad. Ikeda up in the front court now. Jeden has to make the scoop. He's got it on the left side. Goenaga right into the corner. Ikeda comes back and saves the rebote. Fireball's back in position. Flores makes the catch there in the backcourt. Ikeda steps up, takes it in the air, backhand, floated along the wall, stopped by Goenaga. Goenaga right back to the forehand of Ikeda. Ikeda high to the inside, drops it between them.
Beautiful throw by Ikeda.
Save on the rebote. Ikeda on the hop, pulls it up at the 7, back over the top. It scores. 3 points for the Fireballs.
Ikeda's got a look of intensity that we don't often see on his face. They're obviously very aware of the score. Jeden, consistently one of the fiercest competitors we have here, but Ikeda really looking to take over here. For instance, you see how far up he is right now, even though his guy's serving. Ready to cover the drop shot.
Ikeda waiting on the rebote, plays it over the top from the 10 line. Goenaga into the costado, it's a 2-wall. Jeden gets out to it, Jeden whips it inside.
Oh,
Goenaga, what a catch. Ikeda stays with it, tracks down the rebote, powers it over the top. Flores.
Look at Flores.
What a good stop back there in the corner. Catch by Ikeda up at the 9 line, floats it back to Flores, who makes another catch. Oh, tough rebote.
What a save by
diving in the
Ikeda.
corner, comes out with it. Goenaga whips it back inside. Ikeda with a great read. Backhand. Oh, that's in the overhead screen and out of play. Great effort, but a 5th point goes to the Renegades. Possible set, possible match.
You see, after you make that catch that Ikeda made, you have to settle the ball in your cesta. The cesta has to stay in constant motion. So that's, you talk about breaking the wrist. Well, when you break the wrist, the ball basically rolls to the tip of the cesta. That's how you gain control of it. Difficult to do after a difficult catch. Great play here by Jeden, hard to the inside. Look at that catch by Goenaga.
This semifinal points do also. Renegades win this, they're into the finals. Ikeda handles a serve, floats it up into the corner. Robote forehand, play to the inside, catch by Ikeda. Ikeda fake the carom, puts it inside. Goenaga with a great catch on the numbers. Robote forehand, dropped inside. There's a scoop by Goenaga. The 2-wall lands in.
Great catch.
Jed makes a stop. Jed whips it back up the
Carambola.
middle. Right back to Goenaga. Goenaga, hard forehand, picked up by Ikeda. Ikeda, fake the carom, put it inside. Goenaga, it's the forehand off. Ikeda with the outside placement, not opening up enough. Goenaga, high 3-wall play, it lands in, and it scores for the win. The Renegades are going to the finals. They win that match in straight sets, 6-2, 6-3. Goenaga and Flores get the win and secure the Renegade spot in the Fall 24 Championship. Our 6th championship to be awarded this fall, Stu. Look at the Renegades out there on the court. Take a look at some replay here. The final throw, the 3-wall, it's in, hits off the back wall, and you see how it opens up wide and scores.
Jed knew where to go, just not far out enough. So well done.
Fireballs won the first match of the game day. From that point on, the Renegades won 4 of the next 5, and they're into the finals here in the Fall 24 season.
Foot on the gas since the very beginning. Congratulations,
Top
Renegades.
seed in the regular season. Their opponent will be decided later tonight, Stu. We'll be back here at 7 p.m. for our defending champion Warriors, the 3rd seed in the regular season, taking on the Chargers, who finished as the 2nd seed in the regular season. Whole team out there right now. We'll be seeing these guys out there on Friday. Their opponents will be determined in a few hours.
That's a week from tonight, right?
A week from tonight, we'll be playing our championship, but our 2nd semifinal begins tonight. Don't go anywhere, Stu. 7 p.m. Eastern
it's
time.
South Florida traffic. It's not possible.
That's
so,
true.
So, yeah, we're just 2 hours away from the beginning of the next semifinal.
And going to see team owner Udonis Haslam making his way out. They're on the court as well, showing love to all of his players after that semifinal victory. Renegades are going to the finals. We'll see who their opponent is at 7 p.m. tonight. We'll be back for the Chargers and the Warriors. Until then, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you back here.